In this lecture, we'll study about function and discrete numeric function. So come to the formal definition of function. A binary relation R from A to B is said to be a function if for every element small a in capital A there is a unique element small b in capital B, so that A, B or the order pair A, B is in R. So a function is nothing but a relation where every element in capital A there is a unique element in capital B. It means every element in A is related to only one element in B. Okay, so come to an example here. Here we have two set A and B, and R is a relation from A to B. Okay, so this R is said to be a function if every element of A is unique. Every element of A is related to a unique element in B. So like here A2 is related to B2, let's suppose A3 is related to B3 and A4 is related to, let's suppose, B3. Okay, so see here, this relation is said to be function. Why? It is because every element of A is related to a unique element in B. Okay, so see here, in this example, two elements A3 and A4 is related to a single element or the same element B3 in capital B. Still it is a function because according to the definition, every element, like here A3 is related to a unique element, that is B3, A4 is related to a unique element, that is B3. Okay, so like it is, if you take an example, like let's suppose if you take fx is equal to x square, so fx is a function is equal to x square, then the value of f1 is equal to square of 1 is 1, value of f minus 1 is equal to also 1. So here the two elements 1 and minus 1 is related to a unique element, that is 1, and that is the same element. So that is the example here we have taken. Okay, but let me just slightly modify this one. Let's suppose a1 is related to b1 as well as a1 is related to b2. Okay, then we cannot say that this relation R is a function, because here the element a1 is related to more than one element in B. In other words, a1 is not related to a unique element in B, but it is related to more than one element in B. So in this case, we will not say that this R is a function. Okay, so okay, the set A is called the domain of the function R, and the set B is called the range of the function R. So this set A is called as the domain of this function R, and this B is called as the range. Okay, so it's very simple. This left hand side A is called as the domain of the function R, and the right hand side set B is called as the range of the function R. Now come to the discrete numeric function. So what is a discrete numeric function? The class of function whose domain is the set of natural numbers and whose range is the set of real numbers is called as the discrete numeric function. So in the case of discrete numeric function, we have domain is equal to set of natural number, that is equal to n. Here n is equal to 0 is also included in the natural number, and so on. Okay, and the range of this discrete numeric function is nothing but the set of real number R. Okay, so it's very simple. The discrete numeric function is also called as simple numeric function, whose domain is the set of natural number where 0 is also included, and range is the set of real numbers. For a numeric function A, generally a numeric function is denoted by a small letter, that is A, for a numeric function A, we use A subscript 0, A1, A2 up to AR and dot and so on. to denote the value of the function at 0, 1, 2, r and so on. So I mean to say, if I draw the diagram here like this, let's suppose, okay, so this is a function and this is a discrete numeric function a. So we have the domain of the function is set of natural number and so on, okay, and the range is denoted by a0, a1, a2, dot ar and so on. Then the value of the function at 0, the value of the function at 0, the value of the function at 0 is a0, the value of the function at 1 is a1, at 2 is a2 and so on. Okay, so this is the meaning of this particular point. A numeric function can be specified by explicitly listing its value. So a numeric function can also be represented by listing all the value, like here a0, a1, a2. So all this range of this numeric function is shown here in the form of list. So in this way also we can represent a numeric function. So come to some example of a numeric function. So examples of concise specification of a numeric function. So here a numeric function is shown in a concise manner. So see here, ar is equal to 7 into r to the power 3 plus 1, where r is greater than or equal to 0. So this is an example of a numeric function shown in a concise manner. Okay, so this ar, so it can be written in a list form, like here ar is equal to, so put the value of r from 0 to 1, 2 and so on. Okay, so when you put r is equal to 0 here, so 7 into 0 to the power 3, that is 0 plus 1 is 1. So this is 1. When you put r is equal to 1, then this becomes 7 into 1 to the power 3, that is 7 plus 1 is 8. Similarly, when you put r is equal to 2, then it will become 7 into 2 to the power 3, that is 8. 7 8 is a 56 plus 1, that is 57. So in this way, the value will get continued. Okay, we just put the value of r. Okay, so this is the value of a0, a1, a2 and so on. Okay, come to another example. This is br. So this discrete numeric function can also be written like this. So here the value of this function br is 2r. So the value of this function b is equal to 2r when the value of r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 11, or the value of r is from 0 to 10. Okay, so this b can be written as, when you put the value of r is 0, then it is 2 into 0 is 0. When you put 1, this will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this one. For the first case, we got this value from 0 to 20. And for the second case, we put r is equal to 11. Then we'll get 3 to the power 11 minus 1. We find out any value. If you calculate, we'll get a value here. Then when you put r is equal to 12, then 3 to the power 12 minus 1 and so on. So this is the discrete numeric function shown in the form of list. So this is the discrete numeric function corresponding to this discrete numeric function shown in the form of list. Okay. So come to another example. Suppose we deposit $100 in a saving account at an interest rate of 7% per year, compounded annually. Find the numeric function for the amount in the account at the end of each year. Okay, so here let's suppose you have taken year as r. Okay, and account balance at the end of year, let's suppose. So let's suppose year is equal to 0 initially. we have account balance 100. Just I'm writing the numeric value. So after 1 year, at the end of 1 year, what will be the account balance? So account balance is equal to 100 plus 7% of 100. Okay, so this will be equal to 100 plus 7% of 100 is 7. So this is equal to 107. Okay, now come to 2. At the end of year 2, we have account balance is equal to, now we have to calculate interest on 107. So 107 plus 7% of 107. Okay, so this is equal to 114.49. we will calculate it like this. Okay, similarly at the end of third year, we'll have 122.50. So you can calculate this value. Okay, and so on. We'll get the value like this. Okay, so let's suppose a is the numeric function for this particular example. So we can write it down in the list form. For r is equal to 0, we get the value of the numeric function as 100. For r is equal to 1, we get the value as 107. Okay, and for r is equal to 2, we get the value as 114.49. and for r is equal to 3, we get the value as 122.50, and so on. So this is the discrete numeric functions on the form of list. Okay, so see here, this particular example is the example of finding the compound interest. Okay, so we can write it down, this numeric function, in the concise manner. So AR can be written as 100, okay, that is the principal amount, into 1.07 to the power r, where r is greater than or equal to 0. Or we can simply write it down like this. We may not write this subscript r. A is equal to 100 into 1.07 to the power r, okay, where r is greater than or equal to 0. So in this case, if you put r is equal to 0, then we get the value 100 here. Okay, when you put r is equal to 1, we get the value 107. When you put r is equal to 2, we get the value 114.9 here. When you put r is equal to 3, then we get 122.50, and so on. Okay, so this is the example of a numeric function, discrete numeric function. Okay, so thank you.